everyone. I am Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. For today, we're going to be starting off with a little bit of news from yours truly out to you all. This is a little bit of an update as far as the direction the channel has been going. Yes, while I do need to be held accountable for those shorts coming up, they are a little bit late because first of the year, just a lot of stuff, a lot of changes, a lot of adapting going on, right? Also been receiving zero feedback about the astrological and elemental sort of aspects to these rune readings. So the rune readings themselves will be still happening. This isn't going to be a channel known just for rune readings, however. There will be more other goodies that I've been building in silence on, and they will be made known here in the very near future. So without further ado, we are going to continue with the semi-regular kind of here's an update kind of rune readings that, yes, you can probably expect those about every 3 days or so, at least once a week. They will not be zodiac specific. However, if you would like a zodiac specific, I do answer to your comments. I do take your feedback into consideration. I do answer all of you in the comments. So just let me know if that is something you would like to have, and we can definitely have that discussion. No suggestion, no topic is out of question, right? So first off, for this week, we have a couple tremendous changes going on. And a lot of us have been dealing with that. We've been kind of feeling some of those energies approaching us here. And the first thing that I'm going to address, and ands and uhs aside, are the aspects of Pluto changing into Aquarius. It's going to be huge. And a lot of us are already feeling those energies, a lot of internal personal shifts, interpersonal, a lot of decisions, a lot of concrete sort of do or die, or like, I feel like I need to make this decision based off of this, or I feel this internal challenge, a new paradigm kind of brewing and sifting in my personal reality, in the global climate, in my own country, and things to that effect, which Pluto in Aquarius will be definitely impacting here. Okay, so today's rune reading is going to be all about this Pluto in Aquarius. It will retrograde in Capricorn during its stay in Aquarius, and it will retrograde in Aquarius during Pluto's extended stay in Aquarius, which will happen all of this is going to be between January 20th this year of 2024, moving into November 30th of 2034, and it will be going retrograde at some very key times. One more notably, which is going to be during the USA election, and that's going to be more of a video for later on this fall. I do have a ton of information about Pluto's 10-year stay in Aquarius here in the information listed below. Okay, just a side note that the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, the French Revolution happened. Coincidence? Decide for yourself. I will let you come to that decision on your own. However, let's get into today's rune reading with Pluto and Aquarius. I will do more of the Sun in Capricorn, more of the lighthearted feelies later on this week. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, though, to start it off. All right, some Pluto in Aquarius, some very serious stuff that feels a lot heavier than it really needs to be, right? So let's set the stage here and cleanse this space with a singing bowl. I always have this $2 note that is representative of the uncommon abundance in our lives. So while we ring out and cleanse this space energetically with a singing bowl, we are simultaneously giving gratitude and inviting more of that uncommon abundance into our lives. For this rune reading, I invite you to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, not forcing the breath. Nice and slow and even. In through the nose, out through the mouth. A lot of us are beginning to feel that Pluto energy shift already. A lot of this is going to be a very good thing. A lot of us is going to be pretty painful to get through. To adopt new paradigms is never an easy task. But you know what? What is easy isn't worth it. What is taking a little bit more to shift towards and obtain, that's where you actually have to put the work in. That's where it's worth it. So, I have already meditated on the runes and on the collective energy for everybody for today. Let's see what's in these past energies as the Gambler's Cup. Yeah, I can see that. That Gambler's Cup rune is called Pluto. And this is a type of past energy where it's like a universal shrug of the shoulders. We know how we're coming into this energy, right? We're getting shifted and jostled around and adapting to these changes. This is also indicative of an initiation process. This is like a friendly competition, also a board game, kind of a contest, or just to see where you're at in life, right? Maybe you're seeing after the new year what you can throw to the wall and make stick, so to speak. A lot of us are adapting new strategies, new practices, new ways of doing things. And that's not too uncommon with the first of the year. To do that in the beautiful grounded Capricorn energy is very beautiful. However, this past energy is also kind of the shrug of the shoulders, like, hey, whatever direction you've been going in, it's all divinely guided. So the decision that you make, yes, it is the right decision. If you're doubting that decision that you made in the recent past here. With the current energies, we're on this pilgrimage. And you saw me flip that rune to the upright position. I do not like favoring the upside down rune readings as far as we are going here, because a lot of us are still learning these runes here out collectively. So let's just keep it simple with this regular upright rune reading here. And this rune here is in the current energies position. This is Awas. This is the horse rune. Okay, this is a trusted energetic source that you've been kind of relating to, or somebody that's proven themselves through this initiation process to you, that this is sort of a pilgrimage that you've been going on, right? So this is about loyalty. So maybe this was a test that you gave yourself, or that you're throwing out there to others simultaneously, where you're seeing where your loyalties are, where their loyalties are, and you're going to see a lot more of that in the true colors here coming up here with this Pluto in Aquarius shift. A lot of people are talking about this Pluto in Aquarius, a lot of upheaval, a lot of anticipation of changes going on. A lot of people, it's so easy to get that tunnel vision, get hyper fixated on these things, right? Let me just take a moment to pause right now and remember that these are trusted energetic sources that we're going on this pilgrimage from or with. As far as this Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, it just went direct here recently in Capricorn and is shifting to Aquarius. And since that shift direct in Capricorn, it's been feeling a little bit easier. And with it crossing over into Aquarius, a lot of us are feeling that energy right now. The way we communicate interpersonally, the way we're approaching social media, the way that we're understanding one another is really a call for introspection in this pilgrimage that we're all on collectively. Okay. So what's coming up next in the very near future is for this collective in the Pluto in Aquarius energies. Looks like it's going to be a joyful ride at first. This is the clan flag of success. This is Wunjo. Okay, this is about pleasure, about joy, about this trusted energetic source, this pilgrimage that we're on, and our dedication to this energy is going to lead to a lot of abundance, joy, and pleasure for you. I imagine that clan flag being planted in the top of the hill, that sense of victory, accomplishment, the communication, the teamwork, the effort, the joy and pleasure, and the elation that goes with that feeling of the clan flag of success being planted there, right? Staking your claim and going through this journey together. A lot of this could be a P for a partnership, maybe a new romantic sort of thing, or maybe at least even a spiritual endeavor that you are on. Okay, the action taken for the best outcome is what I like to call the rune of faith. This is the elk rune. Okay, this is why I call it the rune of faith, is because it is calling us to know that we are divinely protected. This Pluto in Aquarius energy, I'll do the retrograde energies when we get there, okay? But there will be a retrograde in Capricorn, a retrograde in Aquarius, as Pluto is in this 10-year transit. Side note, the French Revolution lasted 10 years. This Pluto transit in Aquarius, the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was during the French Revolution. And look what came of that, right? It was a lot of struggle, to a breaking point, to a tipping point, to the point of the collective embetterment, right? The powers that be didn't exactly like it, but they still, everybody came out for the better in the long run. After that, after people got their just desserts, so to speak, out of that, right? So this is the rune of divine protection. Just know that collectively we're divinely protected. Many of us will face a lot of trials and tribulations during this Pluto in Aquarius. However, this elk rune is calling us to just stand firm, like plant your hoof firm in the permafrost there and let out that bugle. This is the rune of algaes, okay, is the name of it. It's about that self-defense and that protection. Just be who you know you are. Go introspective when these things are challenged, and just make sure that you are addressing things as holistically, as realistically, and as divinely guided as possible, right? You know what that joy is. You know what that trusted energetic source is. You know what divine protection is, right? So this adapting of these new paradigms can seem a little scary at first, but know that your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, as they are dealing with your identity and like your place in the collective, they're with this clan flag, y'all. They're with this faith. So manas is the self, the humanity, culture, right? Our how we relate to others, which is very fitting for this Pluto in Aquarius energy, this transformation of how we're going to be relating to ourselves and others. Our place in the divine is just being called to be into that hyper focus there, right? Some of us may be going into hermit mode, others may be reaching out and going on these pilgrimages still, right? Just know that you are in divine guidance, you're in divine protection, you are in self-defense. When you are going introspective and you're meditating on things, and you will have more of this clarity. This is the clan flag of victory. These are the opposing clan flags saying your flag is different than mine. We can't be on this hill together. Or maybe, yes, we can. Maybe we can share this hilltop together, right? Maybe we can collectively shift together. And what this beautiful Pluto in Aquarius is, with the rise of the light worker that's been happening since 2016, 2012, I'd even say. This rise of the light workers is going to be beautiful, more transient energy as Pluto in Aquarius occurs. Y'all, this is like the start of the... We've been talking for several years now about the start of the golden age for the light worker, for spirituality, for humanity, right? This abundant peace worldwide and everything. This Pluto transit in Aquarius is calling forth a lot of that energy. And it's making way. It's going to be doing away with a lot of the negative aspects that aren't in alignment with that, so that better, more significant change can take place. There are going to be a lot of changes and adaptations to go through. So with this Manas rune, your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, what we have to risk here is this divine communication, which is perfectly put and so divinely guided in this message, because when we are more about me, where's my place, oh, poor me, where am I going? And you're not taking that time to pause when you're in that energy, right? That ego energy, or at least that healthy ego energy is supposed to be calling us to be like, hey, oh yeah, I need to take that step back and recognize that I am in my divine defense. I'm in divine guidance. I'm in my rune of faith, right? I know what this pleasure and joy is for me and what it means to my clan, right? What it means to my place in supporting this clan, right? But when we are more in that worry aspect and like wondering where the heck our defenses, these things are changing. Why are things changing? My ego, my poor ego. And then we ruin our connection, our divine communication aspects when we are in that sort of aspect. Okay, so this is calling us this rune of Ansus, this communication, this divine download sort of energy. It's really just reminding us to be in constant communication with the divine, right? We always want to check in and be in a daily meditative practice, right? If you don't have that practice right now, let's start one together. Contact me at youressentialpractice@gmail.com and let's do that together, right? I do so much more than rune readings, y'all. You don't even know. I've been building a lot of other things in silence, but among other things that are well established, I am also a Reiki master educator. I also help with other spiritual guidance aspects. Okay, so moving on with this reading, our possible outcomes, look at that. When we're tuning in divinely, what can anybody name what that rune is? It's the first rune of the alphabet. It is Fehu. This is wealth, money, cattle, abundance, right? This is all changing how we view what abundance is and how it relates to us. Is this a spiritual abundance? I mean, this Pluto and Aquarius energy is really calling us to be more aligned with divine guidance, collectively, interpersonally. In social media, this is going to be prevalent. So this upcoming shift on Sunday here, on the 20th of January, right? This starts off a 10-year cycle. Okay, this is really going to redefine how we celebrate this cattle in our lives, this responsibility, right? This abundance. right? This is going to be shifting a lot of that in our lives, and it's going to be for the better. It is divinely guided. You are divinely protected. Okay, this pilgrimage that you are on, I believe, will lead you to more divine downloads, communication, the universal shrug of your shoulders, knowing that you're relinquishing the ego control will lead to more abundance. This clan flag of success will help us be more interpersonal with our collective clan flag of success. Why have all these different clans when we're all in it together, right? And this will be enhancing how we view ourselves, how we view our clans, the way we perceive a clan. The paradigm of that is even going to be shifting, right? This is a long change, and a lot of us have been already feeling a lot of that Pluto is a very slow moving, very powerful sort of transformative energy, right? So this effect is already starting to be felt. It's not like when Sunday rolls around, somebody flips a switch and, oh, all of a sudden Pluto's in Aquarius and we can feel it all and this is all happening. No, be careful, be calm with that ego, know that you're divinely protected, keep the faith, and moving forward with this pilgrimage. A lot of this is going to be in divine downloads, right? What we do risk losing here. We're called to be in touch and constant communication with the divine, and that constant guidance and protection with the divine, this constant pilgrimage with our collective energies and resources together. How we interrelate is going to change, and I'm very curious and very happy personally about how that's going to change. And really, it is how you look at it, right? When you change how you look at things, the way we look at things, right? Those things that we are looking at happen to just change, right? Let's get some cards for clarity. These are the Soul's Journey Oracle cards, and these are messages directly from Divine, straight to your spirit, straight to your soul. So, Divine, please show us clearly and make it without a doubt that we know it comes from you. What does the collective need to hear about this Pluto in Aquarius shift happening for the collective on this January 2024's 10-year shift? Is this going to be like another French Revolution? Is this going to be like another beautiful transition and change in our lives? Thank you, thank you, thank you. The card that is given to us today is Purpose. I know what I am here to do. Right, that rune of faith. That clan flag of success, that pilgrimage is all leading to our purpose. Reaffirming, I know what I am here to do. Let's read about that card. This Pluto in Aquarius will be reevaluating our purpose. How we relate with ourselves and others, interpersonal and communicative type. Aquarius is an air sign. It's the water bearer, right? It's how we communicate our emotions, really, in the zodiac, okay? So, I know what I'm here to do, again, is what this card says. And to clarify, it says, you have chosen to reincarnate on Earth for one major goal, to express love in all that you do. The obstacles of this physical dimension can distract you from that goal, and it's easy to lose your way. Life on Earth is full of obligations that require your conscious attention. But that doesn't mean you can't infuse all of your decisions with caring and compassion. Your purpose in life is not your career. Rather, your career is guided by your purpose. What activities speak to your soul? What brings you joy? What is the direction your soul is calling you towards, right? What direction is your soul calling you toward to best convey your own unique expression to the world. If you are not happy with your current circumstances, then that is your soul telling you there is a better way to manifest your own distinct gifts. Listen to your intuition. It is your connection to the spirit and the voice of your soul. Moving on, we have messages of clarity from the fairies. The fairies are divinely guided beings for us. And the fairies, I ask you to show us clearly today, what does the collective need to hear about this Pluto and Aquarius energy? You gave me a whole bunch of cards there. Let's try to narrow it down, please, to at least 2, maybe even 3. Okay, you really want that card. You made me stop the brakes and bend that card there. So thank you for being divinely guided and divinely guiding me. And the collective as a result. This says, connect with nature. You've been rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. Right? Nature has the answers. There's this post in social media I love to see. It says, I don't know what the question is, but camping is the answer. Yeah, exactly. Getting grounded, being in nature. Most of what humankind has even learned has come from nature. And we've lost our way. We've lost our humbleness, our humility in that aspect. Right? This pilgrimage that we're on, this way we identify with each other and interpersonally, is really shifting towards our reconnection, reaffirming purpose with nature, and just more of the longevity. Where do we see humankind going? Y'all, if we have the technology, if we have the know-how to populate another planet like some people are thinking we can do on Mars, then guess what? We have the ability. We have so many more abilities to do that here and now, and to heal our own planet, our own existence, so we don't feel the need to leave. Right? In the past, other examples have been to just put the problematic people in a specific place, or the problematic energies in a specific place, away from us, away from the collective, away from what our desired outcome is. However, this is calling for a paradigm shift of repurpose and regrounding with nature, right? So animals don't really do that in the wild very often, right? They don't take every single member of the pack or their colony that they don't like, or that might have broken a rule, and just put them elsewhere, just out of sight, out of mind. Our paradigm for that is shifting, I believe, and we're reaffirming, rediscovering our purpose and the way that we naturally deal with our environments. And this social media shift is going to be huge. I have a feeling it'll take root, and it'll begin, and it'll be handled a lot over our electronic communications, for sure. Let's read more about this card, though, before I go off on another tangent here, okay? It says, connect with nature. Let's look up that card. Connect with nature. You're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors, is what this says as a reminder. This card comes to you because your body and soul are craving fresh air, trees, flowers, butterflies, birds, sunshine, animals, and the like. The message is clear. Go outside. Okay, for a lot of us in the northern hemisphere, negative whatever degrees it is out there today, or this time of year, easier said than done, but still you can do it. Where there is a will, there is a way. The message is clear. Go outside. The answer to your questions are outdoors in nature, where you can easily think and receive creative ideas. Even a brief stroll during your lunch hour will yield tremendous benefits. Now, a lot of us getting grounded in that literal sense, okay, that's great, wonderful. However, for a lot of us where you can definitely get hypothermia, frostbite, things like that, where it's very real, where 5 minutes of exposure could cause you to lose a toe. This is more like calling you to get into your activities outside, bundle up, take that walk, because getting into your body work, getting that sort of electrical exchange with your environment, right? That exercising energy, even though you're not making that nice, perfect connection to the soil, getting into your body work, exercising is another way to feel very grounded. It'll help detoxify you. It'll help with the clarity and finding purpose, right? And who knows, it could just be mean like a short walk around your block a couple times a day. Bundle up, get outside. You never know. You might be called to help that neighbor down the road. You might be stopped, or you have no idea the adventures that can unfold that are just outside your door, right? So connecting with nature is being your calling here, just getting outside, right? Additional meanings for this card are plant a flower in your garden, or adopt a new pet, or your children need to spend time outdoors, or go camping or hiking, one of my favorites, or visit a rural or eco-friendly retreat center. Yeah. Or switch to a career where you can work outdoors or with plants or animals. Or trust the messages you receive when you spend time in nature. Few other meanings are you have a natural gift for communicating with animals. Or to bring nature indoors with potted plants, fountain, crystals, you name it, right? Another meaning is you need to have that sunshine or full spectrum lighting to elevate your mood and emotions. Y'all, I deal with SAD, that's seasonal affective disorder. For those of us who don't know, that's basically seasonal depression. It's very common in the Northern Hemisphere, right? So what that is basically the lack of the full spectrum of that light, that natural, beautiful light, right? So I do what's called light therapy, where I'm making sure that even if it is electric light, I am getting that full spectrum of light that really does help increase balance and elevate my mood, right? And that taken with vitamin D3 and a small amount of natural calcium from vegetables like broccoli, because you can't absorb vitamin D3 without calcium, right? So if you can get plenty of that from vegetables like broccoli, okay, there's a lot of calcium in there, a lot of that good type of calcium for you. So a lot of that will help elevate the mood. That is another way of connecting with nature, is this making sure that you're nourishing your body with whole foods, right? Living foods. Okay, and another final natural, and I was just looking down for this final meaning on this card, and it says eat more naturally and take fewer processed foods or beverages. Okay, eliminate the processed junk out of your life, replace it with the wholeness, that divinely guided, that grounded nature, like food and energy. Make sure you're in divine communication on a daily basis. That's part of your essential practice. That's part of my essential practice, right? That's our essential practice. Let's pull a chakra token to help us with the meditation practices here. And this is beautiful. This is a chakra token that basically is all about this divine communication. And like I was just saying, that's our constant communication and daily check-ins with divine downloads and all of that, right? So this is the crown chakra. This is 963 hertz. The crown chakra is the final chakra, and it's located above the head. If you are someone who has a blocked crown chakra, then you are cynical, closed-minded, or have not worked through your first 6 chakras. So this may be a calling to work on those lower chakras as well and get your tune-up done, right? A good way to get that tune-up, incidentally, is to spend time in nature. The crown chakra represents a higher state of consciousness and spiritual enlightenment. Opening this chakra takes a lot of spiritual and mental awareness. Those who have opened the crown chakra will feel bliss and transcendence. The crown chakra mantra and mudra are very, very simple. The mantra is just silence, y'all. It's the top of the antenna, right? You got the root chakra and it goes all the way up our chakra system, and then this is the top of the antenna where we receive these divine downloads, this divine communication, this inner pilgrimage, right? I love this, and it's divinely protected. You are divinely protected. Keep that faith and do a daily check-in with the divine. You are called to do more meditative practices on a daily basis. That is just ringing out to me, to the collective, for everyone, right? The more holistic check-in. And it's not calling you to beat yourself up over your past discretions throughout the day, right? This is calling you to be in divine communication, divinely guided communication. So whatever the case may be to you, and whatever resonates with you, take what resonates and leave what does not, right? The mantra is silence, like I said, and that is because we need that silence when divine is trying to communicate with us. When we're full of noise and outer expressions, then we're not ready to receive the messages that divine is trying to give us. When we are in our mantra of silence and we just basically are intuitively and divinely guided as far as these downloads go, then that's perfect, right? So the solfeggio frequency you can listen to along with that is that 963 hertz. The mantra, again, is silence. And let's go over that mudra. The mudra is a triangle, right? You make that triangle, kind of spread it out. You're making this antenna up over your heads, right? Over this crown chakra, right? And that's the top of your head where that chakra is, and you're just opening this up. You're ready to receive. You're tuning in that antenna for that divine download, that divine guidance, this divinely guided pilgrimage for you. This Pluto and Aquarius energy is going to be an upheaval for those who want to resist this holistic way of change. For those of us who are already in practice and adapting to this practice, we will be getting more of the affirmations. We're going to be more in our leadership in that time frame. So I have nothing else other to add to that, and this being divinely guided, I'd like to thank you all for allowing me to share this energetic space with you. This has been a great reading. Again, thank you for allowing me in this energetic space here with you. I appreciate you. If you'd like a personal rune reading from yours truly to you, just inquire at the email youressentialpractice@gmail.com. Any other questions, comments, and concerns can also be directed there. Otherwise, I do keep in touch with you all in the comments. Leave that feedback if you like. So for a recap on that solfeggio frequency is 963 hertz. The mantra is silence, and the mudra, it'll look a little silly out there in public, but who cares, right? We're just tuning in. This is all it is. It's like the antlers on the elk. You're divinely protected, and you're showing off your antlers. Pretty cool, huh? And we get to divinely be guided by this. The mantra is silence. The solfeggio to help with that meditation is 963 hertz. This, again, could also be a calling just to align your other lower chakras first, because that antenna tower has to stand on something. We have to be in that divine communication daily to get that guidance. This Pluto and Aquarius energy is going to be very beautiful for those of us already in the spiritual community, maybe stepping up into our leadership some more. And the only parts that are going to be experiencing that negativity aspect portion, I believe, is going to be those who are in resistance. So make sure that you are there for your brothers and your sisters, that we're not looking down on them, that we're actually in our leadership, we're reaching back, we're reaching down, and we're helping them up. Okay? Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant day.